Hey guys, it's Chris here. I hope you're doing very, very well. I wanted to shoot this quick video today to talk about the very, very stressful time that we are having in the world right now. I'm not going to get on a soapbox or anything like that. I'm certainly not a medical practitioner or expert in any way, shape or form, but I am an entrepreneur that runs several different businesses, employs hundreds and hundreds of people around the world, and therefore both as a business owner, as an employer, as well as a father, a husband, a provider, all that fun stuff, I am experiencing issues just like many, many other people are in my community and in my ecosystem. So I wanted to put some thoughts out there real quick, because when something like the coronavirus happens, something that is ultimately out of our control happens, it's very, very easy to pass the blame and to kind of almost make excuses for certain situations. Now, I'm not saying that there are not going to be people affected by this thing in one way, shape or form. We pretty much all are, whether it's not being able to find toilet paper or potentially having to shut down your business or losing business, whatever the case may be. We're all being affected by this from an entrepreneurial perspective. And let's face it, us entrepreneurs, we're type A individuals as it is. We like to be in control, right, all the time. And so it's hard when we don't have control. So understand this. We can't control what we don't have control over. Likewise, we don't know what we don't know either. Those aren't riddles, they're facts, right? So instead of feeling down on yourself, I want you to do a few things in the next couple of days that might actually help you get through this. And honestly, maybe even come out on top a little bit more than you are potentially sort of foreseeing at this point in time, put it that way. So first and foremost, look at your current business setup and see if there's anything that you can do right now to tweak the setup, regardless of what industry you're in or who you're serving, what you're selling or whatever it is. If there's anything that you can do right now to ultimately tweak and spend a bit of time just changing and pivoting slightly, that can make a difference for both obviously your bottom line as well as serving your customers through this tough time. Secondly is to be proactive and not reactive in this entire situation. Do things ahead of things actually taking place. So look at what you can change and get proactive in making those changes, calling up your clients, talking to the people that you're doing business with prior to things happening and being out of your control. Maybe there's a lockdown or you've got to cancel one of your events or whatever it is. Be proactive in handling it. I spoke with a very good friend of mine just a couple of days ago who is a keynote speaker. That's his full-time job. That's what he does every single week of the year. He's on stages presenting keynotes for large organizations at large events throughout the entire year. In the last week, he's lost $120,000 worth of business because of the coronavirus and event organizers canceling on him. But he's not sitting down and just saying, well, that's it, my year is screwed. Instead of that, he's getting now very proactive in calling all of the events that he's now booked in for the rest of the year and suggesting that they go virtual, that he'll slash his keynote fee to a certain extent. He'll provide books for his attendees, which he's happy to ship on his own dime to make sure that they've got books in their hands for when he pops up on their computer screens instead of in person. And this in itself has saved him a ton of business over the last few days. Business that, okay, hadn't actually cancelled yet, but the chances were that they probably were going to very, very soon. So that's it. Be proactive above and beyond everything else. My next tip is to look at your liquidity levels. Now look, cash flow is a major problem for a lot of people right now. And I appreciate that obviously some businesses are going to be a little bit more cash flush than others. But if you don't have liquidity in business, generally speaking, you don't have a very good business. So look at what you've got liquid cash wise, look at what sort of reserves you've got in place. And if you need to cancel certain trips, if you need to cancel an event, if you need to, postpone a any sort of travel or anything like that, that can ultimately not only take you out of the risk pile for this virus or any other issue that's out of your control for that matter, or potentially even maybe just save you some money in the coming months, do that. Liquidity is key to this long game that we're wanting or needing to play now over the next 6 to 9 months. And then lastly, I would say spend some time talking to the people around you. And not necessarily just your family, but from an entrepreneurial perspective, talk definitely to your clients, that's a given, but also to your team as well. Let them know what's going on inside your head, right? Look at the bits and pieces that you can potentially do inside of your business, inside of your company, that can alleviate any uncertainty that people might be having, maybe potentially even about their job, as well as obviously just the health of the company that they're working for. Whatever it is, be the leader that you have been called to be, plain and simple. And most importantly, stay focused. Keep that positivity level up for the people around you, the people that work for you, the people that you're serving. And don't forget, at the end of the day, what we do as successful entrepreneurs is we keep going. We keep moving forward, while other so-called entrepreneurs will just quit. They'll take the easy route out and they'll just walk away from it all because society says that everything is collapsing around them. It doesn't need to be that way. You're in a lot more control than you probably think you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.